Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Dominion Gaming TV. My name is Wolf, and I am bringing to you some more Starcraft 2 action. Today, I have some more of the HSL for you guys, the High School Starcraft League, and this is Match 2 of Marauder Pineapple High School, aka the Mercenary Team, versus Melbourne High School. So let's introduce our players. First up, in the top right-hand side, we have BattleToast. For Melbourne High School, we have BattleToast. Oh yeah, Blue Protoss. And sporting the bottom left-hand side, we have FaDeWelshy, who is trying to get the advantage back for Marauder Pineapples after his teammate lost last game. So if you want the mercenaries to come back, cheer for FaDeWelshy. All right, let's get underway. So basically, this is the second game. There's a second match. There was only 2 matches, so I assumed that they couldn't play the full 5 matches that it was meant to be. There's only like 2 matches in the replays, and there's match 1, game 1, and game 3 in this replay pack for this matchup. So I'm not too sure what happened. So I don't have game 2 and no one else has game 2, so I won't be able to show you that. So I won't be able to show you that if if one of them wins here and one of them wins the other game, well then we won't know who ended up winning exactly. But I'm pretty sure. Well, I'll explain that later once I finish cast that other match. But let's introduce what is happening in this game. We have a Forge Fast expand from our Protoss player BattleToast. This is considered quite standard, or has been quite standard for the longest time, going Forge Fast versus a Zerg. But it's maps like this that the Zerg tried to start to counteract that Forge Fast expand by just getting really fast second and third. Now, one thing I did notice is that for some reason Welshi does have a few less drones than he would have. Then again, he is getting a quick ling speed as well, so he's probably going to be putting on some pressure. The Nexus is on the way. These lings and speed is all before hatchery. I'm really confused. Now the gateway is coming down, as well as a pylon and the cannon. So any sort of really early lings, which don't have that many lings coming at them, BattleToast will be able to hold off. But BattleToast is going to have the economic advantage for quite some time, because in fact the Nexus is only about 25 seconds away, whereas the hatchery still has a good 80 seconds. So I'm actually quite confused as to why the Zerg got such a late hatchery, but we'll have to find out and see, and why Welshi thought that he should get the metabolic boost on the lings. Now he is pushing out across the map with these 3 lings. One is on the watchtower. This is just for vision's sake, another ling on this watchtower. So he's just moving out these lings just to be able to scout random things. If he comes up the ramp, he'll be able to see this probe as it goes down to the watchtower and kill it. He's got a ling at the 3rd to be able to watch that. And he's also got an overlord still up at the base of BattleToast to be able to scout out the timings of his gas and all of those things. But now that the hatchery is about to complete, the cybernetics core is on the way. The Nexus has been complete for some time and starting to produce those probes and chrono boosting them out just to get that economic lead. Now the hatchery is now finished for Welshi, and going to be taking that gas really early, and now going up to lair at his main base. Now I'm still confused to what he's doing, but he actually does have quite a good vision on his enemy. Like, it really, if we look at what Welshi has seen, well then he sees everything really. He's going to bring that. Maybe if he knows there's 2 cannons there. Okay, so no sort of ling run by or anything could get through. And besides, there's the zealot there. Now +1 is on the way for our Protoss player, as well as a spine crawler at the front of the base for Welshi. Now he doesn't really have that many drones, really. If we look at the units, he's got 28 drones to 32 probes of the Protoss players. So I'm really confused. Maybe this was like a mistake in building units or something. But now the sentry is now tickling away at the Overlord. The Overlord is trying to not to die, but he might actually die to the sentry here, which is quite hilarious. There's a chance he will, but no, the Overlord will get away. One more shot, and no, the Overlord dies just as the sentry was about to get out of range. But that was quite interesting anyway. I thought that Overlord would have been able to get away, but then again, the tickle cannon of the Zerg or whatever, or of the sentry, is able to kill that. Now a Spire is on the way here for Welsh. Is he going for some sort of a Spire rush or whatever, a 2-base Spire, a Mutalisk, and just getting a bunch of drones for his natural, but still hasn't saturated it by the 8-minute mark, and by now the Zergs generally have a third base, because it's just the Zerg needs the economy to be, and just needs the gas and needs the economy to be able to beat a Protoss player. Now I'm still, as I said, I'm still quite confused as to what he's doing with this build. The robotics facility is now complete. The third and fourth gas is completed, and just warping in more and more sentries, and the earlier you can get these sentries, the better, really. Now an evolution chamber is on the way, as well as 4 Mutalisks and a whole bunch of Zerglings, looking to put some pressure onto his opponent. But I guess Mutalisks are a good idea on this map, simply because there's a lot of different locations that you can attack from. For example, up here you can harass, go around into the void, come down, harass, up, harass, down, harass, or even just harass from here and then come down to the south side of the base and harass again. They're just really great in this map, especially just to make the Protoss player feel like he's contained and can't really do anything. Now an observer is going out across the map, so he will be able to eventually find out what his his Zerg opponent will be doing, but I'm not 100% sure on what that is. Now +1 attack is on the way, as well as +1 flyer attack, and just massing up the Mutalisks really, and Zerglings going in, killing out the probe, denying that scout, but there isn't actually a spore crawler or any sort of detection, so this observer will be able to see absolutely everything, including the Mutalisks. Now they are going to be moving out across the map, but I guess the Mutalisks could be somewhat handy against these against the Immortals, but then again the Stalkers are getting into a high enough number to be able to deal with it. But if he continuously produces these Mutalisks like he is, well then he'll be able to just harass the mineral line and absolutely take BattleToast and just make him move all around the map. Now the third base is now complete for Welshi. He's going to be looking to macro up and get a bunch of drones over to that base, and now all the Mutalisks are going around to the north side of the base, probably going to be looking to put on some pressure into the mineral line here, but BattleToast doesn't know about it. He's not responding or anything right now. He's going to be moving it up his Stalkers. No, he's moving out right now, so all of his units are moving out across the map. There's a whole bunch of probes that end up dying. He might actually be able to snipe down the Nexus in time, but if he needs to focus fire it. Now all the Stalkers and the forces are moving back. A few Stalkers are being warped into the main, but Welshi isn't really microing his units. He's going to lose the Mutalisk. He's going to end up killing the Warp Prism, but that's just buying him time, really. He killed the Warp Prism. He killed the 2 Stalkers. He may just get the no, he's engaging. He's killed 1 sentry, and a whole bunch of Mutalisks are going down. A lot of them almost dead here. There's a high chance that some may not survive, but no, Blink is not done yet, and he won't be able to chase that down. But he just engaged that army where that was full of just Stalkers and sentries, so I don't exactly know what that was about. But now 11 more Mutalisks are on the way. Zerglings are going to be moving out, putting on some pressure. No, it looks like just to have the scout anyway. The third base is still not yet complete for BattleToast, but then again, it doesn't really matter because Welshi is on about a 2-base. No, he's not even fully saturated as main, so he's about a 2-base mineral economy. But now BattleToast is just pushing out with so many units. In fact, he's got a lot of units. He's got 19 Stalkers, 6 Sentries, 2 Immortals, and 3 Zealots. So that's just a crazy number. These Mutalisks, there's so many of them. He's got 19. He's going to be pushing into the main base of BattleToast any moment, but BattleToast is pushing out across the map and will be able to put on a whole lot of hurt. These photon cannons are just melting really quickly, and BattleToast just keep deciding to go for the base race here, just pushing out across the map, take him out, and maybe he could probably warp in enough Stalkers to try and force us back here. You can actually engage this, but maybe he sees the army coming across the map from BattleToast and is quite scared. He doesn't really have many forces. BattleToast could put on a whole lot of hurt right here, killing off all the creep troopers and setting in all the Zeros, but the Zeros just aren't really going to be able to do a whole lot. Even if all the Lings and all of the Stalkers come in, as Mutalisks come in, there isn't a whole lot they can do. Now the Sentries do force field all around them, so the Zeros actually cannot do a thing. There's Mutalisks just dying all left, right, and center, and it looks like the Stalkers are going to be able to stay here, and they're just all of the Mutalisks are dying. But no, the Mutalisks may have enough numbers just to be able to take out all the Stalkers. I don't understand. There's just enough, the right amount of Mutas right here just to take them all out. Now all of the Immortals, all of the Stalkers, and the entire army of BattleToast just died, whereas Welshi still has a few Mutalisks here, but he won't be able to take out the Immortal quite so quickly. Now a Warp Prism is set up here. He was going to move out with these Stalkers, but thought better of it. There's still not that many drones here doing a whole lot. The Warp Prism is moving in, but there's a whole load of Overlords over here just to be able to scatter. He might bring down some Zerglings just to be able to do something. But no, he's not actually moving anything. The Warp Prism is sitting out here at the bottom side of the map. +2 melee attack and +2 flyer attack is almost complete. The Infestation Pit is on the way, as well as the Twilight Council for BattleToast. BattleToast has actually came back quite well in this situation. He's got quite a defensible force. If he can defend, if he can just stay and defend, well, then that's the best he can do. But yeah, there isn't a whole lot that he can do. He doesn't have enough for another base. He needs to work on getting forces, and he can't really expand safely with this many Mutas. There's so many Mutas on the map. Now Robotics Bay is on the way for the Colossus. The Zeros are just going to be going back for defending. Now a 4th base is on the way, but technically he's only on a 2-base economy, as all these bases aren't that saturated, really. All of them just have a few drones at each. Now the Mutalisks are going to be coming in here to try and take out some pros. He's going to be killing off the photon cannons. It's really responsible for killing as many probes, but no, probably just going to back out, because that's actually a lot of Stalkers here. Is going to snipe another Mutalisk. Mutalisk decided to go back, but maybe not the best idea here. He tried to snipe down the Robotics Bay, but didn't actually get enough damage onto it. He's just deciding to back out here altogether. Now there's actually quite a large amount of units here, plus 2 ground weapons for the Protoss is on the way, as well as Blink, but 11 more Mutalisks on the way for Welshi. He's just looking to overwhelm the Protoss player here. +1 ground Carapace is on the way as well. The first Colossi is now on the way from his robotics facility, as well as the Twilight Archives. This will allow for the Storm or the use of Archons if wanted. Now Pathogen Lands is on the way. This does say this does mean that he's going to be getting some form of she's going to be getting some form of infestors here, because otherwise he wouldn't be getting the upgrade. Now 1 flyer Carapace is on the way as well. Also extended thermal lance, so it's just looking like they just want to sit back and build up some form of army. But BattleToast can't really do anything right now. He feels like he needs to be on these bases, but his main is almost mined out. Really, there's 380 there, 240, 160. There's just like no minerals in each of these patches. I can see it's a very similar story at its natural. But now all of the Mutalisks are coming in here, killing out all the pilots of his production. 3 gateways do get unpowered. He might actually type the Templar Archives. He will type the Templar Archives. Even if these Stalkers get up here in time, he won't be able to do a whole lot. He's just lost a whole load of tech, whole load of gateways. He decided not to snipe it one last time, but he just lost his Templar Archives after that, and that is a huge blow. Now 40 Zerglings is on the way, and they're just swarming in and taking out this, denying this third. Getting a 5th base is now taken here. BattleToast is supply blocked. He needs to spend that money on getting some pylons up. They will be finished temporarily. Now the hive is almost complete. The the Mulus are just sitting over here, and oh wow, going across the map are so many Zerglings going back over to the ball of Zerglings over into the south of the map. If the Stalkers decide to try and defend down here, the Mulus will be able to get up into the mineral line and just take out all these, take out the Nexus and do that. So I don't exactly know what BattleToast can do. He's maybe made it too little too late. He needed to expand quite some time ago, and he doesn't really have that many forces. He's only got the 2 Colossus and a load of Stalkers, which isn't that great versus this number of Zerglings. Yes, it is effective against the amount of Mulus that he has. There isn't a whole lot that he can do. Now, +1 melee attack is on the way, as well as the +2 Carapace, and the Greatest Spire is on the way, as well as Adrenal Glands for those Zerglings. A bunch of Corruptors are on the way, probably going to be going into some sort of Infestor Broodlord or something of the sort. +3 ground weapons is on the way, as well as High Templars. Probably just going to be for probably for Archons, yeah, because there isn't actually a whole lot he can do. He doesn't really have the gas to be and all that to be getting all the resources that he needs. But a whole lot of Munus just coming in and starting another gateway here, and BattleToast deciding that putting up cannons would be the best idea here, rather than having to try and split up his army, which is a problem that Protoss have. But how many Zerglings does he have? 134 Zerglings. That's a lot of Zerglings. If he was to get a Baneling Nest and attack with this right now, he could actually just demolish all of this right here in the natural. So I don't exactly know what he can do. Now he's just actually mining the gas here from this base over here, because that's what's more important to him. He doesn't exactly need the minerals right now. He doesn't need that mineral income. He just needs the gas, and that's exactly what he's doing. At all his bases, he's mining out all the gas. Now a second Spire is here to get the multiple of upgrades. It looks like he lined it up so that it would the level 2 Carapace would fit research after level 3 when he does have the second when he has the Greatest Spire. Now the Mulus coming in here, sniping another gateway and a whole bunch of cannons while he was at it. He's lost quite a few Mulus, but I don't exactly know what he's doing. He's just slowly whittling down BattleToast to try and build more and more cannons. When the more cannons, the more pylons that he builds, the less he can build into his army. He really needs to expand, but he can't exactly do that right now because he needs to spend it in his army. And if his army just goes so far down here to try to protect it from all the lings, you always have free reign in the main base. He's just going to have to kill so many more buildings. There isn't actually anything that BattleToast can do right now. He's just, he's in so much hurt, and he's just deciding to box his army in a move when he sees the Mulus in his base. There's a whole lot that he can do. Now, there's actually a bunch of Zerglings still down here. He might be able to get a great surround on this force right now. He doesn't actually know that the Zerglings are right here. They're taking actually another base down here. It is going to be sniped. The Mulus will be able to do everything. Now, all the Zerglings decided just to go inside the base. He's actually going to move out and just go for the base race, apparently. Because the Zerglings, apparently, that's the better idea. But now the Mulus are taking out all of the pylons, and all these gateways are just going to be depowered, not going to be able to do anything. Now there's so many Zerglings just to be killing all of these probes trying to be long distance mine, but there's just nothing that he can do. Now the one thing that BattleToast has is quite a large army, and it is actually quite a powerful army, nonetheless. And he's going to be able to push through, but I don't know, he might lose his base too quickly. I don't know exactly what he can do. There's so many Zerglings with Adrenal Glands just killing everything. Now Mulus, he's going to be putting a hatchery inside the main base there just for the base race, so that even if he dies, he will be able to keep that army there. But the one thing that BattleToast has a problem, his army is too big. He can't rebuild from this. Like, once he loses his army, that's it, because he just cannot rebuild. Now the Zerg player is going to be going around all across the map, building extractors or whatever, just in case his army dies. Now he's just sending in all the Zerglings, all the Mulus, and it's just destroying his enemy right now. But it looks like it's definitely gone into a base race. The Protoss army is still pushing without a veil, but that's about all his supply is. He has 96 supply of army. Now the Nexus will die, and the only building left is this one. But did Welshi end up seeing that? I don't know. Did he? No, he didn't. When he walked past it, he did not see the pylon, so that was very lucky for BattleToast. He may actually get to do this, but then again, he does have quite a large army sitting over here by the hatchery that he is building. He will lose everything, but so will BattleToast. And now he is being revealed and that's just it. There is nothing he can do. There's 2 pylons on the map, one over here and then one over in the bottom right. He can't take out the army that he needs to do, and so BattleToast decided to try and do what he could, but there isn't really a whole lot that he could do, and he is being revealed, and all that stands between him and defeat is this pylon. GG, well played, and that is the game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching. My name has been Wolf. See you guys next time.